Welcome to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. I got my good buddy Mathew Barnaby drinking from his very English teacup. I'm assuming that's tea barn?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yep.
Barnables? Yep. Barnacles?
Tea from the English import shop.
So we're going to talk about some this week's wrestling and probably focus on one specific thing. First of all, make sure you like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is how wrestling should be talked about. March 15th and March 15th SmackDown, March 18th Raw. We'll start with SmackDown, even though I missed the last half hour because I was playing the new wrestling video game. I could do a review on that. Maybe we should do a separate episode for a review on that.
You absolutely should.
All right, so who's your favorite L.A. idiot starts the night? You know, countries that don't speak English really love soccer songs as well. We're figuring out.
Oh, so that made me feel like I was home. I loved it. All the chants, the European crowds are fantastic. I'm very happy.
So LA Knight, huge pop. Might have been pop of the week, but probably not. But huge pop when he came out, right?
It was huge, yeah.
Jimmy comes out looking pretty desperate, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with him.
Are they turning him into Baron Corbin?
Oh,
Is he going to be like broke at some point, begging his wife for money? That's more of a Miz, actually.
Sad Jimmy. Instead of Big Jim, it's Sad Jim.
I mean, what's going on with Naomi? I don't see why they're not starting a couple things. Right? So now everybody comes down, right? Because Jimmy wants a match for WrestleMania for the U.S. title, it sounds like he was trying to say. And then we got the Bloodline, all three coming down at the same time, by the way. Interesting. Maybe they're buddies, maybe they're not. We don't know. And they all attack LA Knight and Jimmy. And then Mr. Strowman comes down like a water buffalo, just running down. Just
like a water buffalo.
He yells too much. Am I wrong?
No, he's the water buffalo got me. That's exactly how he moves. He comes.
I got too many muscles.
Clambering down,
running. So then, for some reason, we got a 6-man tag team match.
Yeah, Nick Aldis pulls a Teddy Long and just tells them they're all fighting, and they're doing it right now. So we have Jimmy, Braun, and LA Knight versus Solo, Jacob, and Tama Tonga.
Did you notice Wade Barrett said that LA Knight has the Kavorka?
I did not.
He said at one point, I think I heard him say, I didn't rewind it, but I think I heard him say he has the Kavorka. Do you know what that means?
I don't.
You ever see the Seinfeld episode where Kramer, George is trying to change his religion?
Yes.
And then Kramer's got the Kavorka that makes all the women love him because, like, the nun loved him. I think he was referencing that. Like, he's got the Kavorka, and all the women love him.
That's hilarious. I did not catch that.
You didn't explain it. You said, hey, this guy's got the Kavorka. So, unless it means something else, he's also got an English accent. I don't know. What do you think of that match?
Yeah, it was okay. Wasn't terrible.
It's kind of squashy.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't it didn't light anything on fire. It wasn't nothing to write home about. It was, a
6-man jet lag tag team match.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. These guys are just landing in Europe and are probably exhausted. I mean, it wasn't terrible. But again,
the stuff that happened after is really what. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say what gets me and I hate admitting this is that I'm on that can we call it a bandwagon of Jacob Fatu. Terrible human being, just mean, nasty, has aligned himself with his family. I understand, but they're all jerks, whatever. But there's something about him wrestling on TV. Just I can't not watch it. Like
he's magnetic. He's got the Kavorka.
He's got it.
He's got it.
He does.
Like the movie, like that clown.
Yeah. He's got Tim Curry.
He's got Tim Curry at the end.
That was
they decide to leave him. When they leave, Fatu and Tama Tonga, and Tama is the one that gets pinned, right? They leave without Solo, which I found interesting at first. But from the top of the ramp, here comes Fatu. I would call him more of a... what's the one with the big nose? He runs like that because they're way faster and smoother. But they got little legs. You know what I'm talking about.
Like a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, like a... I was thinking hippopotamus.
Like a stubby Komodo dragon.
Like a little just... It just creams Strowman through... Like,
the
hits
barricade.
His ass to his head through the barricade.
Yeah.
Brings him in the ring. Multiple moonsaults and ass splashes. What are we seeing at WrestleMania with these guys?
Yeah, good question. I think they announced Fatu and Strowman for SmackDown this Friday coming.
Okay.
So,
I got you. Okay.
like I thought that was going to be the Mania match, but if they're going to have it on Friday, I know, like you said, they kind of leave Solo. I don't know. Something's going on in the bloodline, whatever you want to call them these days.
Anybody in this 6-man have a WrestleMania match right now? I think the answer is no.
Correct. Right, and
what?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, they traditionally do at least one or two multi-person matches for belts, right? So when that's like an 8-person ladder match or something like that, like I feel like everyone's just gonna go at it and last man standing, last man surviving kind of match and have 6 to 8 people going for that U.S. title.
Yeah, because right now they got 6, easy. None of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do an elimination chamber, but I doubt they will. Be tough
right,
to
but something has to give there because 3 out of those 6 are supposed to be a legit tag team or family or whatever you want to call them, right? So I don't know.
That's a good point too.
Either way, it ends with Fatu and Solo Sikoa in the ring together, not necessarily tagging together. And I think no matter what happens leading up, I think at WrestleMania, Fatu and Solo are going to be hitting each other. I think.
Well, that just tells us maybe we'll see Solo help Fatu get the belt, and maybe he'll bow, and maybe Solo will get.
Well, I know Solo, that was the point in interrupting LA Knight, was Solo saying, no, Fatu's going to take the belt. Like, he's pushing for Fatu to get that belt.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
That was interesting as well, yeah. So, I don't know. Interesting. I like it. I don't know what they're going to do. I like being in the dark, though, because it's tough to put us in the dark at this point in our wrestling watching careers.
This is true.
Jade, what? Well, that was best line. Make sure you don't. Yeah, okay. So we got the Cardell interview finally.
Yes. So Jade Cargill sits down and has a little chit chat.
She needs to practice talking.
So I don't know, when we were playing around with the format, we're talking about most cringe or most failed, biggest fail. On that list right now is Jade Cargill's wig. I don't know what was going on. Okay. Somebody didn't line things up properly. I couldn't pay attention to that interview the entire time. I just kept looking at the top of her forehead. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame anybody, but whoever the makeup person was for that episode for her wig was not on their game. I'll tell you that right now. It looked brutal.
The best part about that interview is when Rodriguez and Liv interrupt.
Yes.
And Liv's line, do you remember her line?
Say it.
Make sure you don't fall on any cars between now and then. Because they're going to have a match next week, I assume. Her and Liv, or her and, I'm not sure which. I'm sure her and Liv, I would assume.
Yeah, her and Liv.
Which will be a great match, I hope. I think Liv's in it. She's been putting on just stellar stuff, so I'm excited about that. We got a little warm-up match maybe for Miss Charlotte, B-Fab.
B-Fab and Charlotte?
I'll give her a shout-out for one to watch in the future.
Who, B-Fab?
Yeah, she's got, she's got some style. She's got some athleticism. She knows how to talk. She knows multiple languages, apparently. That being said, I mean, she got her ass kicked by the Queen, of course.
Yeah. So, I generally I'm very positive about this stuff, but again, when Charlotte came out, is this a cartoon? Did you see the length of her sleeves? They were like,
I have that written down as one of the greatest wardrobes ever. What are you talking about, dude?
What is going on?
She's taken Ric Flair and just 10 times. She's got the big boa thing. She's got the sleeves.
It looked like when my kid was 3 years old and wore my bathrobe. I'm just saying, like she just like that was insane to me. Insane.
You didn't like it?
I just thought it looked slightly ridiculous.
I bet you that robe costs like $25,000.
If it's a per square inch price, then yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
She calls
a lot of material.
A seamstress, I assume.
That was a lot of material going on there.
One of the greatest outfits since Seth Rollins looked like moving material.
Speaking of which, we'll get there eventually, but Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins came out and he looked normal. It threw me off completely. He was wearing normal clothes. I don't know what
normal it was. Was that the one that was like
just wearing all black? It's like just pants and a shirt. Like he just looked normal.
Did he show up during SmackDown? I haven't got there yet because he was wearing like genie pants, kind of.
That was last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was the week before. Yeah.
I'm all mixed up. What do we got here? Oh, did you see that head scissors by Charlotte? I never seen her do that before.
That was new.
She spins her around and spanks her. Puts her head to the ground a bunch of times, and man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty
Charlotte
cool.
Flair
flipped over, did it again, flip over. Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Charlotte Flair is still the best in the ring, I think.
And you got I got to say that figure 8 is nasty looking. That's
I got figure 17.
That's figure 17.
Very long figure 17. But here comes Tiffy time. Brawl ensues. Tiffy time off the top of the freaking Tron thing before Miz TV. Swanton onto everybody.
Yep.
Glorious.
Yeah, that was one hell of a brawl. They seem to be doing that quite a bit with people. That's like the third or fourth set of people who are brawling, but this one felt pretty legit. This one felt.
They need to take a few weeks off the brawls, though.
Yeah.
You can't keep talking. Were they going to burn the place down next time and kill everybody in the stadium?
Just someone's getting shanked next week. That's what it's going to come down to.
Coming out stabbing people. That was awesome, though. Tiffy time. These guys are selling this match.
Yeah.
And, it was great where they're fighting, and you think it's done, and you come back to stupid Miz TV, and then they're still fighting, and then she goes to the top of the thing, and, what do you call it? Titantron, they used to call it. Right?
Okay. Yeah, no, right. That's okay.
I got Ozempic burps.
You rocking the Ozemp?
Oh, I got a whole club. You want in?
Yeah, I really do. I really do. Yeah.
Ozempic up.
Sure I do.
Let's do it.
Trying to get a prescription. You have no idea.
I get a prescription. Look how fat I am.
I was going to say, like...
Look at me and they're like, diabetes!
Yeah, you need this.
Miz TV time. Is this the longest wrestling-themed talk show in history of wrestling?
It's still going, so yeah.
And why don't they bring it up?
It doesn't happen often.
Miz TVs.
Yeah.
It still happens at least once a year.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, for some reason, not very often. But Miz had been quiet for a bit, right? So...
We've been doing the stuff with the Wyatts and with Carrion and doing all this other...
Yeah.
Now they got him back in his talk show shoes. He didn't last long, did he?
He didn't. I do like that, again, with the European crowds, just belting out his Cody's music, right? Because he introduced Cody Rhodes. And then cuts him off. It's like, no, I don't need a sing-along, right? I don't have time for a sing-along.
Tiffy's already taken up my time.
Yeah, Tiffy's already taken up my time. And Cody was really just like, I only want to talk to John Cena, bye, and then leaves.
Yeah, if you want to talk to me, I'll see you at Raw, which we'll talk about very soon. DP versus Shinsuke, Damian Priest. Why is Damian Priest so annoying to me?
Because you are a diehard Undertaker fan,
What's going on?
And he's Temu Undertaker. He's Wish.com
Yeah.
Undertaker. Yeah.
Metro Undertaker. He needs to change his everything. His face, everything about him. But
when
you know,
when he forearms people, man, that
Yeah.
just sounds and looks so painful.
Yeah, he's got some good moves on him, but cringe. DP versus Shinsuke Nakamura. What do you think?
It was getting good. I'm mad that they had a DQ ending. You know, I have always been a fan of Shinsuke. I like what he does in the ring. But you know, he had gone away for like a year. You know, and good for him. He gets the belt. I don't like how he's acting. But I do like what's going on in the ring with him right now. And I thought they put on a really good match up until what was that? Drew McIntyre comes in and jumps Priest for the DQ.
Drew says, and kicks the. Oh, they start an even fight until Drew gouges his eyes, and then Shinsuke. What's that move called?
The Kinshasa.
Yeah, the Kinshasa to the back of the head, leaving him for Drew. Interesting. Shinsuke and Drew, or see Drew do his little eyebrow thing going, "Are you cool?" Just did an eyebrow thing, that's it. And he laughed.
That's
it. Kicked the crap out of him. I forgot about Damian Priest cashing in his money in the bank, even though I was there in person when it happened.
Look, yeah, I was going to say, you were there.
He's right. He deserves all this.
Oh, so one note I had actually right before that match was a little promo, and for like a little flash of something, of somebody in a ring, right? Like a preview for somebody coming, but they don't say who it is. But he looked very lucha-like. So you know, that's the rumor I think for right now, which will be interesting because his brother Penta is on Raw, so they're gonna put Phoenix on SmackDown, keep them apart for a bit. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I'm excited. I hope that's the case.
I heard they also signed Mr. Black.
Yeah, they over on Raw they've done something similar, but it was like the number 4. I don't get the correlation between that and you know, Aleister Black or Malachi Black, whatever you want to call him, whatever he's going to be called when he comes back, if he comes back. But it's exciting, man. Yeah, it's at least 2 people joining the rosters coming up real soon.
He looks like Sean. Kind of looks like Euchre, his head. Got a big German head on him. Big square
head.
He's got a Sean look to him. We got Mello. We got Cody. Corey. Wait. RKO.
There you go. Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. Yeah.
This was a surprisingly good match.
I mean, both of these guys can go, and you know, obviously Randy is you know, top tier, so he knows how to command that ring.
Randy looks
so yeah, he's
so big right now.
He's really big. He's yeah.
Like twice
that's the biggest
now.
he's ever been, right? You look back at some of his older matches, even like a couple of years ago, not even 10 years. I mean, 10 years ago is a night and day difference, but like even from 2-3 years ago, he's twice the size now.
His like big injury a couple of years ago, he got big after that.
Yeah.
Just huge. Just when he came back, he's just like, this guy's and that's all I got. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, as always, RKO out of nowhere, Orton takes the win.
That power slam in the midair.
Yeah.
Miller jumps at him and he does that quick power slam thing. That was insane. What do you really have?
But I mean, the story of that match is after the match, when he you know, Orton goes to punt Carmelo, and Kevin Owens makes the save.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, Kevin Owens pulled him out of the ring and then took off.
Okay. What shirt was he wearing?
I think it was just a black shirt with a KO on it.
No, it'd be funnier.
Well, yeah, Yeah, no, he wasn't wearing anything fun. I always check to see if anything jumps out at me shirt-wise, because that's KO's game.
What else happened on SmackDown?
We had Gunther come out and face one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Axiom.
Right.
And man, did Axiom give him a good match. That was really
good one.
He was not in danger of losing anytime soon, right? But he's the first Spanish-born champ in NXT, I guess. Right? So, and they were, they were in Spain, so let's showcase him. Gunther ends up power bombing him to hell.
As he
multiple
does.
times, but there was a power bomb the Axiom kicked out of it. It was fantastic. Like, just for a split second, you really thought he was going to pull it out. Like, wow. And again, the European crowd really helps. Really behind Axiom, obviously. It was really cool. It was really cool match. It was not the main event. So really, all else that happened was there was a quick promo from Paul Heyman.
Okay.
So and who essentially said, it's Roman Reigns Day, because the release day of WWE 2K25. He then moves on. People were chanting CM Punk. He's like, yeah, Punk's my friend, but it's not CM Punk Day, and it's not Seth Rollins Day. And if you have a problem with that, you can say that to my face next week in Italy. So this coming Friday, Punk, Roman, and Seth and Paul Heyman will be on SmackDown. Really, it was a long story short. This is what it came down to.
Ooh, all in the ring at the same time, I wonder.
Yeah. Now, what you did miss was the tag team titles. You're going to be very upset at this. You're going to be very, very upset with what you missed, okay? Because we had the tag team title match, DIY versus the Street Profits. Okay? Really good match. A lot of back and forth. There were some flippies, some really hard hits. There was a 450 at one point. However, Street Profits pull it out, get the pin. They are your new tag team champions.
It's against DIY.
Against DIY. DIY lost the belts on Friday. So you have Street Profits, you have DIY, you have Motor City Machine Guns, you have Pretty Deadly, all going at it for this belt. I think, again, we talked about it earlier. I feel like there's a multi-team.
Yeah, I was gonna say
maybe a ladder match or something. Something big's gonna happen at Mania with all of these teams. However, the thing that you missed, you're gonna have to look it up, and let's see if we can post a picture of this. Once we put this together and edit, you're gonna be very upset that you missed Kit Wilson's stupid tiny tie. I know you are going to think it's the greatest thing ever. They flashed to the back and they were watching. Pretty Deadly were watching the match backstage, and I believe it was Kit who had a tie on. It was this big, okay, and it just had cherries on it. It was a tiny tie with cherries on it. And it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. It almost took away the attention of the match. That's how
amazing.
That's how insane his tie was. It was.
If it's Kip or Kit.
Kit.
Anyway, it's not here. I'm gonna watch just for the tie.
Yeah, just go to the end and do a screen grab, because you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
You don't understand high fashion, man.
It's insane. So between that and Tommaso Ciampa looking like Buff Santa, it's Tommaso Santa is what it is. I don't know if you've seen that picture out there from a few years ago of like this buff looking Santa in like a plaid suit. Right, old guy with a big white
I remember
beard.
that.
Yeah, that's Tommaso Ciampa. That's who he is. I can't look at him now and think and not think Tommaso Santa. It's not Ciampa anymore. It's Santa. Tommaso Santa. So between Tommaso Santa and the cherry tie, I could barely pay attention to that last match, but it's a great match, and yes, we have new tag team champions now.
I like the Street Profits. I'm cool with the Street Profits winning. I'm definitely upset about missing the tie. I'm gonna have to pop that on and catch up.
Street Profits have come a long way. They're really good, and congrats to them. They well deserved.
That's their first. Is this their first title?
This is a good question. I thought they'd won it before, but I could be wrong.
Once before. Anyway, we move on to Raw, March 18th, and this is what everybody wants to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how much time we'll have to talk about the rest of it, but we'll get to it. And
March 17th, by the way.
Oh, 17th. Okay. If you want to, 17th. If you want to talk about biggest pop and best promo, well, I think we're gonna give it to John Cena easily.
100%. So March 17th for all, or what I like to call it, the day John Cena made kids cry.
Yeah.
Opens the show up to the loudest chorus of boos. Like that dwarfed Logan Paul, and it dwarfed Dominic Mysterio. I thought that was loud. I'm like, oh man, they're getting the loudest boos I've ever heard. Cena comes out with his same music, dressed how he always dresses, right? And that has been, that was insane. They brought back the John Cena sucks during his theme song, and he stood in the ring for 3-4 minutes while people booed him. He couldn't even speak. And then he would put the mic down on the mat and go to leave because no one was letting him speak, and they would boo him even louder. And it's one of those, like, I didn't think they could get any louder, and then they did. That was insane. Essentially, he's like, I've been a victim. And, people have bullied him and expect him to take it with a smile on his face, but no more, right?
Was any of what he was saying incorrect?
I mean, not from his standpoint. He truly believes it. He said, I'm not, interesting. He was using, some wrestling terms. He said, I'm not a baby face. I'm not a heel. I'm a human. And each of you have been awful to me. I think half of what he said wasn't inaccurate. I don't think it was fair for him to say things that essentially saying you haven't supported me, because I'm thinking, kind of like what Michael Cole said at the end is that, the fans made him a star. The fans made him a movie star. The fans made him that popular. They made him a ton of money. They're buying his shirts. They're buying his merch. But in John Cena's eyes, no, you're not buying my stuff. You're just stealing from me. You wear my hustle, loyalty, respect, or whatever it is, but you're stealing it. He was fired up.
These words. I live these words.
Yeah,
you don't deserve a new look. You don't deserve new music. Beautifully done. And he's talking to the hardcore fans a lot.
Yeah. Well, he pointed to certain people wearing a shirt and like, not you and not you. And then he points to a young boy in the crowd, not you. And this kid, the poor look on this kid's face, like he was mid-cry, like, oh, my heart breaks for that little kid. Yeah, for sure.
Bugger. I'll put a picture here. Poor little, I'm sure that kid's going to be memed just like the Miz girl.
I wrote down Ms. Girl. Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a thing for a while. Unbelievable. Like it went half an hour. The first 30 minutes of Raw was his promo. Now I will say that there's still more to come. Obviously, he didn't talk. All of that anger, all of that vitriol, that hate, and the annoyance from him was all about the fans. He didn't talk about The Rock. He didn't talk about Cody, why he did what he did, or anything like that, right? It was purely his standpoint from the fans. This is the deal. So, I don't know, Friday or next Monday on Raw, are we going to get some more of that? Get some more insight as to where he's at?
Yeah, right at the beginning, I loved it when he was like, "You guys are making this so easy for me."
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
putting
he's
the crap on him.
so mad. He's
And I
so
loved it when he
angry.
said, "You guys need to take a long look in the mirror and think about how crappy you were to me." He was not happy, and it was a great promo, and it was a great truth moment for the fans who, didn't cheer for him for the first 15 years that he was face of the
Uh,
company.
I think he embellished a little bit. I think he's forgotten some of the love that he got. His last few years were very polarizing, as they like to say. So
Well,
I
he
think
even
maybe
said that though, like he won them over because he won and he won and he won, but he still wasn't good enough for everybody, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's those keyboard warriors like yourself. And then Cody comes out and tells him just to shut the hell up. Or what do you say?
Yeah, essentially, he's like, listen, kid, or whatever, and Cody's like, it's not kid, it's champ, it's world champion. And yeah, essentially Cody said this, I don't want to talk to this John Cena. This version of John is just, a whiny bitch, exactly. And I want to, I'll talk to you next week or whatever, sort of thing, because he's like, I'm not dealing with this John Cena. This John Cena's out of his mind.
Yeah. I want the real Cena.
Yeah, and kind of just left. But man, that was crazy. What an opening.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the greatest promos of all time, I think.
It's funny because many people have done it, right? Many people have, turned their back on the crowd or on the fans, and then, a week later they come out and it's like they blame the fans, right? We've heard people do this before.
Oh, 100%.
But for some reason, this was, somebody turned it up to 11.
Well, there's some actual truth to it too.
He really believed everything he was saying and had the crowd captured. In fact, I would even hazard to say all the booing and the yelling and the screaming and the chanting kind of subsided towards the end there. I think he was starting to, like, some people were starting to be like, he might not be wrong here. Like, I think Cody came out at the right time, because I think if you'd given John Cena another 10, 15 minutes, another 5 minutes, maybe it would have turned some of those boos into cheers. Although again, some of them tried, and he said, you feds wearing my merch are even worse. So yeah, that's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy.
It reminded me of when Mick Foley, who was Cactus Jack at the time, was wrestling against DX and he had Chainsaw Charlie, and they cheered them getting their butt kicked. And then he did a promo the next day. He's like, "You guys cheered us getting beat up," and he was like, "Yeah. Cactus Jack for a long time." I watched that promo recently, and it's so poignant because it's true. It's true. He's telling the truth. They were cheering him get his ass kicked.
Now, last that I did think of you towards the end of his rant. Cena's rant. He says something along the lines of, he's breaking up. I'm breaking up with every single person, whether you like it or not. I'm breaking up with you.
Dumped.
Like it or not, you're dumped, and I don't care. You don't matter to me. You know I'm right, and you're wrong. And I'm like, oh, he's been watching the show.
Yeah, just like handsome Nick Hanlon.
Just like handsome Nick.
If you think I'm wrong, you're probably wrong. Great. I loved it. We got Pants versus Kaiser. Oh, I have Pants written down as Penta.
Yeah, Pants works. He does wear them.
We got touche. Slapfest.
Oh my God. Slapfest. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Slapfest. Standing senton by Kaiser off table.
Oh yeah, the rolling senton. Yeah, it's like a cartwheel doing it. Like, yeah. They said on commentary, Kaiser's been really stepping it up and things. And I know he hasn't won the last, few of his matches, especially with Penta there. But this might be a breakthrough year for Kaiser.
It should be. He's
But
talented.
my boy Penta still took it.
Still wins. Still not sure if I like him. Great
I love
wrestler. But he's got the stupid mouthpiece thing in.
He does have a stupid mouthpiece in.
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
His chin looks huge, too, with that makeup. Makes his chin look like American Dad chin. I think it's just the makeup, or maybe he's got a huge chin. I'm not sure.
It's hard to tell. And the mask frames it like that, too, so it doesn't help.
So yeah,
but I loved it.
That's a banger, though. It was a banger.
Yeah, no DQ match, and they used a chair. It wasn't like a weapons fest. They didn't bust out a million things, garbage cans, and
It's some table spots at the announce table.
Yeah, but nothing too crazy, which I like because it just means that they can kick it up a notch, and it makes me wonder what he's going to be doing for Mania. I know he's looking at the IC. We find out a little later in the show Penta's, after he wins, he states that he's going for the Intercontinental Championship, which currently lives with Braun Breaker. So I don't know if that's where we're headed for Mania. I don't know. Again, I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but one of these times I'll be right. Multi-person match, because you've got Kaiser, and then I guess with Finn kind of, and Penta and Braun. So I don't know what's happening. Again, this road to WrestleMania has been awesome. I love not knowing, as you said earlier, right? For all these years watching wrestling, a lot of the times we've been calling the shots and we know what's coming, but I have no idea what's happening right now. I love it. It's so good.
Dakota Kai versus Ivy. And Chad just kind of runs down and rejoins American Made, like, just at the beginning of the match, which was an odd choice. I think it threw Ivy off a little bit.
Yeah, right? He did a bit of distracting at one point, and then kind of disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Dakota gets the GTK, her finisher for the 1, 2, 3.
I was looking good in that match. They both were, actually.
Ivy now can wrestle, man. She's stocky. She's cut though.
Little bulldog.
Right, but and then we get
Mysterio and Dragon chase poor old Gabe out of the arena.
Yeah, or do they chase him into the locker dressing room so he can get changed into his lucha outfit?
We don't know that's him. We saw them at the same place, same time.
Gracias.
Are we talking science right now, or are we talking Fantasyland?
I mean, I could go pay somebody $20 to go put on my mask that I just wore, so I don't get in trouble for something I just did. But
he is an Olympian.
An Olympian.
He's an Olympian. He's got more class than that. He would never do such a thing. Chad Gable? He's the kind of guy that walks old ladies across the street and stuff.
I don't know. He's the kind of guy who meets old Mexican people behind a store at a back alley and pays hundreds of dollars for a small cardboard box. Is who
hasn't done that in their life?
It's fair. It's fair. College was rough. I get it.
So what's next? The contract signing.
We get a contract signing, which, I think everyone saw coming. Contract signings never end gracefully. Although they tried. Bianca and Io signed their contract almost without any incident or anything like that.
Mommy had something to say about it.
Then Rhea comes out. Again, they... Rhea and Bianca get in each other's faces and they push Io away, and Io kind of goes nutty on him until Rhea knocks Bianca on the table and power bombs Io on top of Bianca.
Yeah.
And signs the contract as well.
And then takes the contract and won't give it back to Adam.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. Like, give me that. You're like, no.
It's like talking to a child.
It's like holding up in the air. He's short. You can't touch it. You can't get it.
I'm not sure it's legally binding if you just throw your name on a contract like that.
John Cena did it.
Yeah, but there's usually challenger, champion, signature lines, and then she just signs her name below. I don't know.
Cena did it.
But I think we have a triple threat for WrestleMania is what that comes down to.
John Cena did it.
Sure. Yeah, well, right now John Cena
to win his first belt. John Cena did it.
I wouldn't praise John Cena's actions for much at this point in time, but that's just me.
It was our first inkling of the Cena being the real Cena. He's always shown these little. He's always been the same. It's all about money.
Yeah.
He made money with the kids. Now he's like, screw the kids, they ain't make me money now. He's real. He's real Cena. You ever seen that reality show? The guy is a freaking Nazi for crying out loud.
Total Divas. Yeah.
Holy crap. You can't let your girlfriend cook in the kitchen?
He's got a little
crazy.
He's got some OCD there that is like, people can't touch my things and do stuff. He's very particular. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that since he kicked Cody in the nuts, I've seen people post like 10 different videos from him from Total Divas being a jerk.
There have been hints.
There have, but it's a scripted show, so it's who knows. Yeah, reality TV is not reality, Nick. I don't know if you knew that.
I think you might want to read a different book.
Oh, I don't read. Come on now.
You want an audio book, a different book.
That's better.
Jey Uso in theory, squash.
Yeah, what the hell happened there? Jey hits a crossbody. I think Cole called it a spear, but it wasn't. He hits a crossbody for 3. What the hell is going on there? Just squashed him. And it makes me wonder if Jey was annoyed with himself that he fought Waller the previous week, and it was like a 50-minute competitive match. You see that match and you're like, there's no way Jay's winning against Gunther if he's going to wrestle like that. And then comes out the next week and yeah, a 30-second win with a crossbody. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Where's that put Theory?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rough. He's buried now.
Possibly, but I've noticed. I noticed a pattern. And this happened a lot, and take this for what you will. It happened a lot back in the He Who Shall Not Be Named era, which was every year up until like 3 years ago. But the Vince McMahon era, that right before somebody gets a big win, they lose like 20 times in a row, embarrassingly and terribly. Hoping it builds character or something like that.
Then we got to see 20 more because he barely wrestles.
All right, right. So I don't know what's going on with Theory. I like him as a wrestler. I thought they were going to go a different way because the last few weeks he's been yeeting, and Grace is like, "What are you doing? Stop that!" Which I thought was great, and I thought maybe something was going to happen there, but maybe I'm just not being patient enough. But yeah, that was a 30-second loss to a crossbody. That's embarrassing. Go home.
That's rough. Mexicans versus Americans. American.
We didn't even mention this, but can we give a quick shout out to the fact that Corey Graves was commentating on
oh yeah, Corey Graves is back.
I loves me some Corey Graves. Pat McAfee.
Are they not letting Pat McAfee over the border because he's such an asshole to Canadians?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like you can only commentate in America now.
Yeah,
because you're gonna upset the international crowd. I have no idea what the deal was, but I love me some Corey Graves. I'm a huge fan, so whatever.
I love Corey. Pat's funny, but Corey is an actual announcer and he knows wrestling.
Yes, yeah, I think he's brilliant.
Pat's got a face people know. Funny, but. And screw you. Oh, Canada. Oh, yeah, what happened? So I forget. Did the Mexicans win? I forget. It was squash, wasn't it?
It didn't last long. Because it was like a 2-minute match.
American came down at the end?
Yes. Chad Gable came in a luchador outfit, comes out again. And throws does a bunch of suplexes, German suplexes, and held German suplexes, i.e. exactly what Chad Gable does, wearing an American-made luchador mask. Just saying. Probably Chad Gable.
People do suplexes back.
Not that.
Are made in America.
Not like that.
Okay, just saying. What do we got going on here? We
got Seth coming out next, and then we have the main event.
You didn't like his outfit this week?
He was wearing something normal. I had nothing to make fun of him. I had no jokes about his outfit. It's like, oh, look, he looks normal today.
He's pretty upset he didn't ruin Punk's career, it sounds like.
Right, and he tried.
And he basically says, let's just sing along. We'll see you at Raw, SmackDown, Punk and Rollins.
Yeah. That was uncomfortably long with the fans singing along with his song. He let them go for way too long. But yeah, I mean, he essentially was mad at Roman because he was about to end Punk's career. And Roman stopped him from doing that, but that's okay. He'll talk to them both, and again, I think this is
another multi-person match,
a triple threat at WrestleMania. It should be interesting, and I'm very interested in what Paul Heyman's going to do here, because Punk is his buddy, and we still have that looming favor that Heyman owes Punk. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
See the return of Brock?
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Oh, interesting. We got Braun versus Finn, main event.
Yes.
Great match. No question. Great match.
Oh, that was a question? I thought you were stating it. I really enjoyed it. I think I've always been a fan of Finn.
I have noted here. Great match.
Okay, there you go. Phew, I'm glad you told me, because I wasn't sure what to say. But if we're talking about a wrestler to watch for the week, or who stand out to me, is Braun Breaker. Man, he's good in the ring. He is really good in the ring, and it's interesting because he's still in between. 1 week he's wrestling the guy that most people hate, and the next week he's wrestling the guy that people love. And is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I don't know. What I do know is he's one hell of a performer in that ring. I get why he's not Braun Steiner. Right? A lot of the times when second, third, fourth generation wrestlers come out and they take the last name of their dad or grandfather or whatever, it almost sets them back a bit because there's an expectation, right? You don't want to do that. I'm fine with them changing the name, but he's so damn good in the ring, right? That was never going to be a problem. He could add. It's a shame because he looks like a Steiner. He wrestles like how you would imagine a Steiner would have evolved into 2025. Man, he's so good. I thought it was great. Yes. So what the big story here, right, is before the match, Dom was saying how he wanted to get Penta into the Judgment Day, and he's like, that's for the IC. But he wants the IC title, and Finn's like, I'm going to win that tonight. You're a snake, Dom. So I'm thinking,
they went from hugging to calling him a snake pretty quick, huh?
Very quick. So I'm thinking, no matter what happens or who wins, Judgment Day going to be responsible for the loss, no matter what happens here. I thought maybe Dom and Carlito were going to take out Finn at one point, but they didn't. They did try to help him. Unfortunately, it backfired on them. Finn ends up getting crotched onto the ropes, which started the end. Braun hits his 400-mile-an-hour spear and gets the 3 count.
And then they all try and be brought up, and Penta comes down, no?
And Penta comes out for the save, yeah. Respectfully hands Braun back his belt, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, Penta makes the save. I thought that was very cool. Again, so what's going to happen with the IC title at Mania? we're still 30-something days away from Mania, so we have some time to set up these matches, but we're getting close, man. Hopefully in the next week or two we have a set card, because there's so much going on. What's that?
As of tomorrow, it's a month.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, we've got 3 or 4 more shows, weekly shows, 3 or 4 more weeks.
Look. Lips. Go ahead.
Underbite.
I am ugly. Yeah, they gotta. I mean, a lot of wrestlers gotta get a paycheck, right? So we might have some bunch of multi matches. I mean, we've already got for sure 2 triple threats.
Yeah,
I bet you the tag team could be some sort of tag team turmoil or something, or a ladder match. U.S. title, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. It's interesting. I mean, maybe it'll be the triple threat. Maybe it'll be like the night of triple threats one night. It'll be like a full night. Because, I mean, when we got Bianca, that's going to be a triple threat. I mean, I've never seen so many multi-person matches at WrestleMania ever.
I know, right? I mean, we
rare they do triple threat championship matches, and they already
and it's not set in stone, but at least 2 of them are, right? At least Punk,
sure.
Roman, and Seth. I mean, that's screaming triple threat.
And the real one's going to be a triple threat.
And it's almost guaranteed the Rhea Io Bianca's a triple threat.
For sure.
So, maybe one's on one night, one's on the other night. But other than that, I mean, they have so many people involved in stories right now. I have no idea what's going to happen, right?
They should really make the tag team champion thing like they did last year, where they have both champions and they have like 8 teams, or like 8 teams.
Yeah.
Whoever gets whichever one is the winner of the championship. They should do that every year at WrestleMania.
That was good.
Entertaining as hell, and also R-Truth's service to WrestleMania win.
I love me some R-Truth.
Cheered the hell out of him in that arena. That might have been the pop of the weekend. R-Truth winning that. I mean, of course it wasn't because of this whole Cody Rhodes thing, right? But like, if that wasn't there, man, people were crazy for R-Truth. I mean, the guy's 72 years old. He's got, 20 kids, 45 grandkids. He's still out there entertaining. He's like that redhead guy. I got kids!
Yeah.
What was his name?
From FreeMB.
He's very forgettable.
Oh, God. Heath Slater.
Heath Slater, thank you. Bring back Slater! Right.
Yes. Feed his kids.
So I would say, like, the 2 shows were a little disjointed.
The crowd really made it. Yo, agree.
The crowd made it.
The crowd made it.
If it was in Milwaukee or something, it would be a different story. Like, the crowd would have been, they would have lost a few times.
Mostly passable Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
Right. What pulled it up to great was the crowd reactions, and Cena, that first half hour of Raw left most people speechless or jaw dropped or whatever, in a daze of how he came across. I've never seen him so damn angry. So,
other than a couple things that are the worst SmackDown and Raw since the Netflix era.
Yeah, if you watch it on mute, most likely, it wasn't. Again, I feel like it spent their time setting things up, trying to set things up without setting it up. Right? It was like the show in the middle that hints at setting things up, and maybe next week we're actually setting them up. Because right now it's still all guessing, right? We're still guessing the matches.
It's episode 9 of a 13-episode season.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad or something. Like, this is the... Okay. Things are going to hit the fan. Anything else?
No, I think we covered everything.
That's what they do.
Yeah, no, we touched down. We touched down.
We touched down.
We touched down.
Plural. Touchdown. Guy.
Yeah.
Hey, guy. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let us know why you think Matt's wrong, because it's probably true. And let me know why I'm wrong, because it's not true. And see you on the flip side. Wait. See you on the flip side. Did I do it?
You did it.